Well, welcome to Brownie Bites here on the 92.3 The Fan YouTube channel. It's a pleasure to be with you, and a rare occasion for a second time this season. Your Cleveland Browns have pulled off a victory, and for the first time since, I don't know, middle of last year, week 6, I think it was, maybe week 10, the last time the Browns were able to score more than 17 points in a game. Hallelujah. 31-6, they beat the Miami Dolphins. Daryl Ruiter, who was that team out there?
The specific date you're looking for, Mr. Baskin, is December 2nd, 2024, a 42-31 loss in Denver. That was the famous Jameis Winston eat an L, in which he, I think, threw 6 touchdowns, 3 to the Browns, 3 to the Denver Broncos.
That is correct, yes.
So that is the last time that the Browns scored not only above 17 points, but even into the 30s. But 31-6, they slap around the Miami Dolphins. Kudos to the Dolphins for making the Browns look like a juggernaut on Sunday. And also, too, let's give Kevin Stefanski his just due here, Andy.
What?
Lot of conversation about changes, if you will, externally outside the building. And he understood the assignment on Sunday. He gave Quinshon Judkins the ball with, the rain and the wind and all those type of things. And Judkins did what we all was hoping he'd do, scoring not 1, not 2, but 3 touchdowns. And then, of course, the defense coming up with 4 turnovers in the game, 3 interceptions, one of those a pick 6, and a fumble recovery. Got a lot of points off those turnovers. So all around, we're going to be positive. A great job by the Cleveland Browns following what was feeling like a pretty tumultuous week.
Let's go back to Judkins for a second, because he had 84 yards, although 46 of them came on 1 run. And that really seemed to be the play that turned the entire game around, too. Once he busted through that run for a touchdown, it felt like the Browns were in command and that they were going to do everything right today. I think we still had hesitation. The weather was really bad before the game started, and then as normal weather predictors weren't right. Halftime, the sun came out, and then we didn't see any more rain after that. In fact, it's a couple hours after the game right now. I still don't see any rain out there, too. A little bit of drizzle. So those monsoons that they were predicting never came through.
Well, it was pretty ugly in the first half. Let's be honest about it from a weather standpoint. And they did get the weather forecast right in saying that we were going to have. They listen. Okay, let's give the weather folks some love too here. They actually
all I heard all day was this: we were going to have a monsoon all day until after dark. I mean, it rained, from 10 to about 1:35, 1:45. Maybe even to 2 o'clock. Come on, man. Call them out.
I don't have the energy to get into semantics over the weather forecast. All I know is that Kevin Stefanski drew up what he needed to draw up for the bad weather. He planned appropriately. The players executed extremely well in those conditions, and were able to come up with a lopsided victory. And really took advantage of a lot of Dolphin mistakes. That Mike McDaniel team is very poorly disciplined. They gave the Browns a lot of first downs off penalties. In fact, you had them penalized. These are accepted penalties, by the way, 11 times for 103 yards. That was Miami penalized in the game. The Browns were penalized 4 or 5 times for less than 40 yards. So that was part of it, and the Browns taking advantage of those extra opportunities because of the penalties, and then, of course, the turnovers as well, to the fact they had to bench Tua. They benched him in the second half. The game was out of hand. He had thrown 3 interceptions, a hat trick for him, not the kind of hat trick you want as a quarterback, but just a really, really sloppy effort by the Miami Dolphins. And look, the Browns pounced. They took advantage. And when you look at the upcoming schedule, Andy, there's a lot of these games out there for them to be able to win. Okay. There are winnable games left on this schedule. Now, let's not get carried away and say that all is well and they're playoff contenders and all that. But the fact of the matter is, I expect them to win at least 3, maybe 4 games the rest of the way.
Oh, you're going to go the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, things are going to heat up here in the middle of the season. Look, they come back. Let's just say they win next week at New England. I don't know that anyone's expecting it. Let's say they win at New England and they move to 3-5. Pittsburgh's schedule ahead of them is brutal.
Yeah.
Just as brutal as the first 6 games were for the Browns. They've got the Packers at home, the Colts at home. They're at the Chargers, and then they play the Bengals again before facing the Bears, the Bills, the Ravens again, and the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Their schedule's not easy.
I'm not going to get carried away. Like, I guess I saw a post on X. I guess the CBS broadcast got a little carried away and said that they thought maybe week 18 between the Browns and the Bengals could be for an AFC wildcard spot. I'm not going to get that carried away, Andy. However, when you look at the schedule for the Browns, as you mentioned, they go to New England, then to the New York Jets.
After a week off, too. They get a week to rest.
Well, yeah. And then home for Baltimore. The Raiders just absolutely got obliterated today by the Kansas City Chiefs. 49ers, the Titans are on the schedule. The Bears trip to Chicago. Back home for Buffalo and Pittsburgh. Finish on the road week 18 there in Cincinnati. So there, like I said, there's 3, maybe 4 more wins left on this schedule. I'm not going to get carried away here and say they're going to find themselves in playoff contention, but I think that there's plenty of room for growth for this team to show that things are headed in the right direction. I like what Myles Garrett had to say after the game because he was asked about his comments on Friday, which were everyone caught strays on Friday. Jim Schwartz caught strays. The offense caught strays. Kevin Stefanski caught some strays from Myles. And he basically said this isn't enough. This one win is not enough. They need to keep doing this week in and week out for him to become happy, satisfied, however you want to put it, with where this football team is and where they are headed. So they need to start stacking some wins from his perspective. But if anything, I kind of feel like it's a little bit of a reprieve. And just in the locker room, too, not to say the players felt like a reprieve was needed, but this ultimately was needed. This type of a dominating performance on the scoreboard. There's plenty of things you can pick apart here. They only had 206 yards of net offense in the game. 4 for 11 on third down. They did end up with more first downs than Miami did. But
let's get to the heart of this thing, Daryl. Let me get to the point. You have been extremely hard on Dillon Gabriel. His third start. What did you think? He went, 13-18, 116 yards.
And that was, I mean, in the conditions, he did his job. Didn't turn it over. Didn't, do anything stupid.
That's 3 games without an interception.
Yeah, I know. I still think that there were some plays that he had out there that he left out there. And again, this is part of this process. It's okay to talk about it now. They won the game, right? But he's going to have, for them to sustain this, he's going to have to be better than he was on Sunday. He benefited from the weather and the quality of the competition and the fact that Quinshon Judkins did his job. The defense did their job, getting them 4 extra possessions, or actually 3. The other one was the fumble recovery on special teams there to start off the second half.
And by the way, special teams first time all the way across the board did their job.
Yeah. A complete win. Offense, defense, special teams. Everybody did their job. But, there were a lot of plays out there that Dillon Gabriel left out there, but that's okay. Hopefully they get in the film room on Monday, look at it. And when they go to New England, he'll be better than what we've seen here in these first 3 starts. Because I'll be honest with you, Andy, the quarterback play, average at best. Okay. Now, average on Sunday was good enough because, again, the supporting cast around him was able to elevate. But there's going to come a point where they're going to need him to drive down the field with the game on the line. That situation is coming, and I'm very curious to see how he's able to operate, how he's able to handle that.
Will you reverse your tune if he drives them 80 yards for a game-winning score?
it depends on is Quinshon Judkins carrying it all 10 plays?
I don't know. The other person
I
I
mean,
thought had a great game today.
if he goes 80 yards, 10 for 10 in a 2 or a 4-minute offense, yeah, listen, I give credit where it's due. I gave him credit for playing well in the preseason. Didn't play so well during training camp, but played well in the preseason. I gave him his credit. And again, he's been average. He's been average in his
That's
3
what they're
starts.
asking him to do, though, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, they're asking him to do the bare minimum. That's what you're seeing here, Andy. They're asking him
Yeah.
to do the bare minimum, and he's doing the bare minimum, if that makes sense. And again, that's okay. I'm not criticizing, but at some point, the bare minimum is not going to be enough. They need to ask him to do more and more and more. Sunday was not the day to do that because of the weather conditions. Again, I give Kevin Stefanski credit. They were prepared for this. He talked about after the game, they put in the Wildcat or whatever, with the direct snaps, the Quinshon. They put that in Thursday, worked on it Friday, implemented it on Sunday. Bravo, great job. It was well executed, even though on Quinshon's second touchdown, it was a little bit of a bad snap, and Quinshon had trouble corralling it, but he did, and was able to get himself into the end zone for what was, I think, a 2-yard touchdown or a 3-yard touchdown there. So all's well that ends well. But again, let's give Stefanski credit because he put together a proper game plan and it was executed well enough to help them win.
So, Daryl, on defense, if you were handing out game balls, Carson Schwarzenegger for sure. I mean, he had a great game, but Grant Delpit jumped off the page. He had 4 tackles, 3 solos, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, 2 quarterback hits, interception, and caused a fumble.
Yeah,
not a bad game.
Yeah, well, you can give a lot of guys game balls on the defensive side of the ball.
But like today, Delpit really just jumped off the page.
I know. Campbell, though,
yeah.
Jenkins, you got to give those guys game balls, too. They were that good. I saw Joel Bitonio. I know he got a game ball because I saw him walk out of the locker room with it. So he got a game ball for, his work in the trenches. But, I think that defensively, they benefited, though, by the fact that Miami was just that bad. But
they put the pressure on at the end. I mean, it was just, by the way, I mean, don't teams deserve a game like that every once in a while? I mean, we can't overshadow that the first 6 games were against extremely tough teams, except for Baltimore, which I can't believe. But we'll see what Baltimore looks like when Lamar Jackson comes back. But I mean, there's stats for playing a really hard schedule out of the gate.
Lamar played, so it was a tough game against Baltimore.
Yeah, so, but I'm saying, but the other games has put them in this 1-5 position they're in. I mean, go look at the AFC North standings. We're not in last place today.
Yeah. Now, can they stay out of the basement?
I don't know. That's going to be the hard part.
That's the challenge, right? But look, it's for the most part all pretty positive. Browns fan can take a sigh of relief. I think Kevin Stefanski can take a deep breath now. We can dial back the running him out of town, which I didn't agree with to begin with, but the conversation was there, right?
Yeah, it was there all over the place all week.
Yeah.
Between that and Flacco, nothing was really about Miami.
Right. And so this also, I think, takes a little sting off the Flacco thing too, right? Mm-hmm. Even though they still look silly because of how.
Well, now you're chasing them. If you really want to feel good, and be the ultimate optimist, you're now chasing the guy you traded away.
Yeah, no question about it. And can they catch him? I don't know, but today was a positive step in the right direction.
And they're only a game behind him. Well, a game in the win column behind him.
Yeah, and they will play Week 18.
Daryl, any other thoughts as we wrap this Brownie Bites up?
Well, you want to hand out all the game balls?
Go ahead. You hand out the rest of the game balls, and I'm going to sit back and listen.
All right, here we go. We're going to get Quinshon Judkins, obviously, a game ball. 3 touchdown performance, 84 yards on 25 carries. averaged 3.4. Here's the thing, too. He really recovered nicely because early on it was tough sledding, and he had some negative runs in there, and he recovered well, and he was fantastic. You know what? I'm giving Kevin Stefanski a game ball.
There you go. Well, you know what?
I'm giving Coach game ball.
Give Bubba one, too.
I'm gonna stick with giving the guys that we had mentioned that got the turnovers.
Okay.
Everyone that got a turnover gets a game ball, right? I mean,
Yes.
It's been a long time. I mean, since they had 4 turnovers in a game, right? I mean,
Correct.
Think about that. And then I do like the idea of giving Carson Schwarzenegger, but man, he was everywhere. Delpit was too. Delpit forced one of the interceptions as well with the pressure on Tua. But just a fantastic effort all around. So not enough game balls to hand out to everyone, but yeah, you want to give one to Bubba?
Not really, but at least they did everything we asked them to do. I mean, the special teams did its job.
Andre Schmidt in the wins and all that. I mean, look, we were seeing missed kicks from 40, 45, 50 yards in pregame warmups.
Based on the wind, Bubba gets it.
Yeah.
Schmidt gets to hand it to him.
Okay, there you go. Feel better now?
I do. Daryl,
do you feel better after this one? Like,
I feel way better. I mean,
are you looking forward
to be optimistic for last week?
Are you looking forward to 5 days of Baskin and Phelps after this one?
No, because the storyline this week is going to be, why do we let Mike Vrabel go? You know it. It's coming.
Oh, boy, you're right. Yeah. Well, didn't Vrabel play Tennessee today?
What'd they end up doing today? Let me look real quick.
I thought I saw the Patriots post something on their socials about it being all business for Coach Vrabel going back to Tennessee. They curb stomped them 31-13.
There you go.
So hopefully Vrabel's revenge tour. Well, I don't know how much revenge he can have with the Browns. They treated him pretty well the year that he was here, but the revenge tour, I guess, continues next week with the Patriots hosting his good friend and all of the dog pound Browns Nation, Kevin Stefanski. So we'll see how things play out a week from today there up in New England, but enjoy it. Feel good. The Browns did what they were supposed to do, and that is curb stomp a really, really crappy football team in all phases: offense, defense, special teams. 31-6 your final score, and the 17 or fewer points per game streak comes to a screeching halt after a 11 consecutive game stretch going back to, again, December 2nd, 2024, that 42-31 loss to Denver. I call it the Jameis Winston eat an L game against the Broncos. It was entertaining, but the Browns ultimately lost that one. They scored 31 points finally again, but this time they win, and they win comfortably.
All right, so from a Baskin, we give you the 31. I don't know if that's inside out or not, but
you nailed it.
31, baby. That's it for Brownie Bites here on the 92.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Thanks for listening. We do appreciate you each and every week. And if you like us, well, like us and subscribe and hop on board. He's Daryl. I'm Andy. See you later. Browns win.